Welcome to Machiavelli, a wisdom where truth isn't sugar-coated and power is revealed in its rawest form. In this world, presence isn't accidental. It's crafted, weaponized, and unleashed with precision. Most people chase attention, but the truly powerful, they command it without uttering a word. This video isn't for the weak-hearted. It's for those who want to move through life like a shadow, undetected but unforgettable. If you're tired of being overlooked, if you want to master the art of presence the way rulers, kings, and silent tacticians once did, then stay with me till the very end. Every second will cut deeper than the last, and if this message strikes a chord with the part of you that refuses to remain ordinary, then hit that subscribe button. Not for noise, but for knowledge that rewires how you move in the world. The common man moves through the world aimlessly, treating his presence as a default setting. He shows up where he is told, speaks when spoken to, and exits unnoticed. But the powerful, those who shape the world instead of merely existing in it, understand that presence is not a habit. It is a weapon, and like any weapon, it must be forged, sharpened, and used with precision. Powerful individuals never enter a room by accident. Their arrival is a maneuver. It's calculated in advance, timed for maximum effect, and engineered to tilt the atmosphere in their favor. Every step is deliberate. The rhythm of their walk signals control. The pause before they speak builds tension. Their body language is still, not because they lack energy, but because stillness unnerves. People instinctively sense when they are in the company of someone who is not merely there, but commanding the space. Such people understand that being constantly visible cheapens their value. Ubiquity is for the weak. If you are always accessible, you are easily ignored. The powerful create scarcity, and that scarcity builds allure. Their absence makes others wonder. Their silence provokes speculation. They are not addicted to visibility, they are addicted to impact. And when they do appear, they own the moment because they have trained others to anticipate it. Everything about their presence serves a function. It sends a message. The way they dress is not about fashion. It's a uniform for power, subtle, timeless, imposing. Their eye contact is never random. Their stillness is never weakness. Their tone, their breathing, even the pacing of their words, it's all strategy. They know that most people seek to be liked, but they seek to be respected, admired, feared. Their presence is not there to entertain. It is there to dominate. These individuals understand environments the way generals understand battlefields. They survey a room before entering. They choose the best vantage point. They make others come to them. They never beg for attention, they provoke it. Where others strive for inclusion, they make others prove they are worthy of proximity. Their presence does not adjust to the room adjusts to them. You said, Keynote 2 expanded up to minimum 400 words, and do not add any ending sentence. Do not add bullets, points, and mention every keynote heading, ChatGPT said. They control perception before they speak. Before a powerful individual utters a single word, the room has already been conditioned to respond. Their presence is not introduced through small talk or gestures, it is pre-engineered through the silent weapon of perception. Long before they appear in person, their name has already been spoken, their influence already felt, and their intentions already speculated upon. This is no accident. They understand that perception is the true architecture of power. Control that, and you control everything. Every detail about them is intentional. The way they dress, the timing of their arrival, the expression they wear. It's all curated to plant an image in the minds of others. They walk into a room with the confidence of someone who expects others to notice, not because they crave attention, but because they have made themselves impossible to ignore. Their appearance is not a matter of chance. It's a crafted signature, clean, sharp, subtle, but calculated for maximum influence. They don't chase trends or approval. They define tone through consistency and minimalism. Their uniform becomes a symbol, and their posture becomes a signal. They place themselves where the eye naturally travels, sometimes at the edge, sometimes at the center, but always in control. They don't scan the room nervously or search for validation. They let others observe them first, in silence. They never offer the first smile. They never initiate meaningless gestures. Why? Because in the battle of perception, the one who reacts first loses the frame. They master the space by mastering stillness. They dominate attention by embracing restraint. Powerful individuals build their presence long before their physical arrival. They are whispered about in corners. Their actions ripple before they even make a move. Others adjust their behavior based on the anticipation of their presence. That anticipation is more powerful than any speech they could give. They understand that reputation travels faster than the body, and so they feed the myth, deliberately. A carefully placed story here, a dramatic silence there, a strategic absence at just the right time. All of it designed to manufacture mystique. They do not respond to how the room feels. They create how the room feels. They do not mirror the environment, they program it. They do not need to speak loudly because they've already spoken through narrative, through anticipation, through visual and psychological cues. Their words are the final stroke on a painting that's already been framed and hung in the minds of others. You said, Keynote 3 expanded up to minimum 400 words and do not add any ending sentence. Do not add bullets, points, and mention every keynote heading, ChatGPT said. Strategic silence and calculated speech. Powerful people do not speak to be heard. They speak to shape outcomes. And more often than not, they speak less than everyone else in the room. Their silence is not emptiness, it's a deliberate tactic. In a world drowning in noise, they become the signal. When they speak, it is not to express emotion or seek connection. It is to assert authority, to redirect energy, to shift dynamics in their favor. Every word is chosen, every pause is loaded. They don't speak often, but when they do, it lands with the weight of silence that preceded it. Their speech is never impulsive. They understand that words are irreversible currency. Each one spent must bring return. So they avoid speaking out of anger, excitement, or ego. Instead, they observe. They allow others to reveal their weaknesses through uncontrolled chatter. They let the insecure fill the room with noise, expose their intentions, overextend their presence. While the rest speak to be noticed, the powerful speak only when the moment is fully ripened, when their voice will dominate not through volume, but through expectation. Silence becomes their shield and their blade. It provokes discomfort, draws attention, forces others to fill the void, and in that discomfort, truth slips out. People reveal themselves around those who are still. In their silence, they watch alliances form, egos inflate, and vulnerabilities leak through. By the time they choose to speak, they already hold the map of everyone's psychology. Their words are not mere communication, they are pressure points. They do not answer questions directly, they redirect. They do not engage in casual explanations, they deliver conclusions. Their speech leaves no room for debate, because it is not born from emotion. It is born from intention. The powerful know that if you speak constantly, your words lose value. If you offer too much, your mystery evaporates. But if you remain unpredictable, your voice becomes a weapon of suspense. People lean in when you begin to speak. They listen not just to hear what you'll say, but to decipher what you mean beneath the surface. You are no longer a participant in dialogue. You are the architect of meaning. Others talk to be understood. The powerful speak so others obey. Others speak to connect. The powerful speak to command. And even then, only when the silence has done its job. Powerful individuals never allow their presence to betray their inner world. They understand that to rule perception, they must remain unreadable. Emotion, when visible, becomes a liability. It invites interpretation, attack, or manipulation. So they master the art of concealment. Their presence becomes a wall, smooth, impenetrable, controlled. It reflects what others project but reveals nothing in return. Where the average person reacts, frowns, smiles, or shows discomfort, the powerful remain still, not frozen, but deliberately composed, a mirror that offers no glimpse into the soul behind it. They have trained their faces to obey the mind, not the moment. Their eyes do not wander aimlessly, they stay fixed with purpose. Their lips are not quick to smile, nor easy to frown. Their reactions, if any, are minimal and always precise. This makes them difficult to read and even more difficult to predict. People fear what they cannot understand, and they respect what they cannot manipulate. That is the root of their presence. It invites respect by refusing vulnerability. This is not because they lack emotion, but because they do not grant the world access to it. They do not offer reactions when insulted, nor do they display joy when flattered. They never allow their opponent to see whether the blade has struck flesh. In doing so, they rob others of psychological leverage. The ability to provoke is power, but the ability to remain unprovoked is greater power. Their strength lies in their restraint, in their refusal to dance to anyone's rhythm but their own. Their presence is carefully designed to project control, not arrogance, not charm, control. Their movements are minimal, their posture grounded, their eyes steady. In a chaotic world, they are the fixed point. In a room full of emotion, they are the anchor. This discipline does not happen by accident. It is rehearsed, refined, and weaponized, because they understand that whoever controls their emotional display controls the battlefield of influence. And influence is what they truly seek, not applause, not sympathy, not friendship. People crave emotional visibility. They want to be understood, seen, affirmed. The powerful reject that temptation. They know that once your emotional code is deciphered, you become easy to manipulate. So they offer only what serves their purpose. A subtle gesture here, a calculated nod there, but never enough to give themselves away. Their presence becomes a symbol of power precisely because it reflects mastery over the most volatile enemy of all, the self. To the powerful, appearances are not routine occurrences, they are strategic deployments. They do not simply show up because the time calls for it. They show up when their presence is required to shift power, assert dominance, or recalibrate perception. Every appearance is timed, staged, and executed with the precision of a military maneuver. They do not enter a room, they enter a battlefield. Their presence is the opening move of a psychological campaign. They are masters of timing. To appear too often is to become predictable. To be constantly seen is to be taken for granted. But when they do appear after absence, after silence, the impact is felt tenfold. Their absence was not due to neglect, but by design. They let others wonder, speculate, and fill the vacuum with questions. And just when their relevance begins to grow mythic, they reemerge, not as one among many, but as the one who was missed. This creates not just attention, but anticipation. Anticipation is the currency of control. Their entrances are never accidental. Whether it's a meeting, a public event, or a private interaction, they study the environment before they step into it. They measure the temperature of the room, the positions of allies and enemies, the potential consequences of their presence. Then they choose the moment that tilts all eyes toward them, not by force but by gravity. People instinctively turn. They feel the shift in energy before a word is even spoken. That is not charisma. It is tactical presence. They also know the power of not showing up. Sometimes absence speaks louder than a speech. Declining an invitation becomes a statement. Skipping a ceremony becomes a warning. Disappearing from public view creates mystique. The powerful know how to make their silence loud. When they are missing, they are still present through whispers, speculation, and the void they leave behind. This psychological presence is often more potent than physical proximity. Their movements are unpredictable by design. No calendar reveals their patterns. No routine exposes their habits. They appear when it strengthens their position and vanish when visibility would weaken it. In this way, they remain ungraspable. Their influence becomes spectral, always felt, rarely pinned down. Every appearance is a performance. Every retreat is a reset. Nothing is casual. Everything is war-gamed. The powerful understand that power is not just about what you do, but when and where you choose to be seen. True power is never accidental. It is not built through talent alone or charisma in the moment. It is cultivated through structure, discipline, and strategy. The powerful are not those who merely exist in the world, but those who shape how the world perceives them. Their presence is never a product of luck. It is the result of relentless precision. They move like shadows guided by purpose. Every appearance is deliberate. Every silence is engineered. Every reaction withheld is a weapon sharpened for the right time. They do not leak their emotions into the public. They do not chase popularity. They understand that to lead, to rule, to rise, one must never become predictable, never become available to all, and never become emotionally legible. Their power comes from restraint, their mystique from scarcity, their influence from the silence between their words. While the masses speak to be seen, they position themselves to be remembered. Their absence echoes louder than others' noise. Their presence is not just seen. It is felt, it is calculated, and above all, it is feared. Master your presence, and the world will follow your rhythm without ever knowing why.